First of all, I know it's a special day because I'm actually wearing socks today, and that's not too common in the summer. But we are doing something special for these 9 sergeants because they took their promotional exam over a year ago. They did a lot of studying and preparation, and we had no control over the delay in their list coming out. It was due to the state and federal government, and but we're finally glad that it did happen, and we're proud of these 9 new sergeants. They're going to make a vast impact on the Linden Police Department. And I just want to thank Mayor Gabunka and the City Council for fast-tracking these promotions to get these guys on the ground and running as soon as they come back to work. At this point, we're going to introduce the candidates. I ask you to please stand, and we're going to introduce the candidates as they walk in. So, I know it's a warm day today. We have 2 bathrooms back here, just beyond the audience, in that building right there, if anybody needs to use the restrooms. I know it's hot out there. We have a couple of tents set up. We also have bottled water, keep everybody nice and hydrated. So hopefully we don't have any concerns with it. We're trying to make this ceremony quick as painless as possible with everybody here with heavy clothing on. Okay, at this point, we're going to have the our Linden Police Department Honor Guard post our colors.
Honor Guard, over, off. Order, on.
Stop. Ask everybody to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Detail, freeze, and on.
I pledge allegiance Thank you. Please be seated.
Order, on. Honor Guard, right. Peace. Over, on.
I would just like to put a thank you to our Linden Police Department Honor Guard. They go through a lot of training and they show a lot of professionalism. They're led by Lieutenant Jeffrey Clark, and they do a tremendous job in any event that they show up for. At this time, I'd like to ask Father Kroll, our police chaplain, to come up and give a opening invocation. Father Kroll.
Good morning. Captain Hart asked me some days ago to pray that we don't have rain today and have the ceremony outside. Well, we need some water to drink, but a beautiful day. And yes, we begin this prayer with thanking God, who is the Father of all, for so many gifts, for the gift of life, the gift of our families, friends, for the gift of our great country, and for those who protect us, that we may live safely. We give thanks to all of those who govern our beautiful city of Linden. In a special way, we ask God's blessing upon the officers who are being promoted today. May their hearts be filled with joy and gratitude for so many talents and gifts they have received from the Lord. May their hearts be filled with that spirit of dedication and service to the community for which they are called to serve. May God fill the hearts of all of us here present, that we have such wonderful men who are willing to serve, to dedicate their lives to us. May God strengthen them, give them the peace of heart and mind, give them good health, give them all the blessing that they need in order to serve us well. And we ask all of this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Thank you, Father. This time I would like to ask our Mayor, Richard Gabunka, to come up and say a few words.
Thank you, Captain. I'd like to welcome everyone to this unique first-time experience by the City of Linden promoting 9 police officers in one shot. And it'll probably be the last time we'll promote 9 in one shot also. And we gotta thank the Department of Justice for creating a lot of angst, not only for the police officers that took the test and waited over a year for the results, but also for the large amount of financial expenditures that the City of Linden did, providing supervision because of all these vacancies. But I would just like to congratulate these officers that are all going to be sergeants now and let them know that, in my opinion, this is the most important promotion that they will ever receive, even if they make lieutenant or captain. And the reason I say that is because these officers now are not being supervised, they are going to be the supervisors. And there's a big difference when you gotta just worry about yourself and your partner. Now they have to worry about 15 other men on their shift. And they gotta make decisions where they take into consideration the safety of the police officers, the safety of the residents, and also make decisions for the best interest of the police department. And making decisions, you will not be able to please everybody on every decision you make. So as a supervisor, you have to decide what you feel is best and make that decision, because the criticism will come from the rank and file. But I know these officers are competent and qualified to do that, because Chief Schulhofer would never have recommended me to approve them as sergeants if he didn't think they were. So at this time, I would just like to congratulate you 9 sergeants one more time, and I want to wish you a long, healthy, successful career in the Linden Police Department.
Thank you, Mayor. Next, I'd like to ask our Police Chief, James Schulhofer, to come up.
Thank you, Captain. Good afternoon. Thank you for coming out today to our promotion ceremony. We have a beautiful day, although it's a little warmer than I had hoped for, but some things we just have no control over. This is a very important day for the Linden Police Department. It is a day when we will swear in 9 new sergeants. It's important because we'll finally be able to fill 9 positions that have been vacant for far too long. To the best of my knowledge, we've never made 9 promotions at one time, let alone 9 sergeants. It's a well-accepted belief in law enforcement that the sergeant position, the first-line supervisor, is the backbone of the department. Without effective first-line supervision, no department can be truly successful. Now, in a normal promotional process, there's an unbelievable amount of stress that's created. There is stress from being away from one's friends and family while an officer makes time to study. There is a stress involved in waiting for test day to come. And then there's a stress of waiting to find out the results and how an officer's score stacks up against the competition. This particular testing cycle broke all records. The wait for the results lasted 12 months. It was exhausting for me. I can't imagine what it was like for these officers. As far as the individual officers that came out in the first 9 positions, I could not be happier. I don't think that I or any member of my command staff could have handpicked better candidates. I like to think this is due to the overall quality of the entire pool of candidates that took the test. Now, normally when an officer gets promoted to sergeant, we schedule them for a 40-hour class in general supervision theory. It's given by the FBI or another outside law enforcement agency. But because this is such a unique situation and that we're promoting so many sergeants at one time, we decided to handle training a little bit differently this time. So in addition to attending the 40-hour class that every new sergeant attends, we put together our own 3-day training class. The officers have already attended. We covered topics such as civilian complaints, performance evaluations, goal setting and monitoring of employees, internal affairs investigations, and many other topics. Each subject was taught by an officer that we consider to be an expert in the field. And every officer received exactly the same instruction. Because it was so well received, we intend to use this training as a model for all of our future promotions. Now, each of these 9 sergeants promoted today will be assigned to the patrol division. They will work as field supervisors and at times as desk officers. As the mayor said, the transition from police officer to sergeant is the most difficult transition to make of any police promotion. Each of these sergeants will be expected to not only lead the same officers that they once worked alongside of, but they will also be expected to teach, counsel, and sometimes discipline these same officers. This is not something that comes naturally to most sergeants, and it is not a skill that's magically learned from one night to the next. But rather, it's a skill that every sergeant will need to work hard to develop. I have no doubt, though, that each and every one of them will do whatever is necessary to become a successful supervisor. Of course, I would like to thank Mayor Gabunka for his steadfast support in recommending these promotions, and also the City Council for approving the funding that was necessary. Although our overall number of officers is still below what our complement calls for, these promotions today finally bring our superior officer complement up to full strength for the first time since I've been chief. The mayor and council understand the importance of a fully staffed and trained police department and have made it a priority to find money in the budget to hire additional officers. It is my hope that sometime during the first half of 2015 that our department will once again be back to full strength. To the new sergeants, I'm quite sure that you've received all manner of advice in the last couple of weeks from everyone, particularly some of the senior supervisors. So let me just leave you with one more thought. Remember where you came from. You were once, not very long ago at all, driving around a district and running from call to call. Don't forget what that was like. Don't forget all of those days and nights when you sat in front of a computer for hours on end writing police reports. Likewise, don't forget what it was like to direct traffic at a major intersection when the lights went out, or handle a motor vehicle accident in the pouring rain. Don't be the supervisor who watches and directs from afar. Take care of your officers, look out for their welfare, and get dirty yourself when the situation calls for it. Congratulations to all of you. Now go out there and do the job that we all expect from you. All right, at this time, we're going to go right into the promotional ceremony. I will call each officer up individually to be sworn in, and at that time, he could bring up a member of his family or a friend to hold the Bible. First one will be Officer Eric Lopez Calleja. Officer Calleja joined the police department in September of 2004 as a transfer officer from the Greenbrook Police Department. He serves as a member of the department's seafood team, which is the Critical Infrastructure Protection Unit. And he also serves as a firearms instructor. He is currently assigned to the Patrol Division.
Solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, to the governments established in the United States and in this state, under the authority of the people, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of Sergeant in the Police Department, according to the best of my ability. So help me God.
Officer William Turbot III. Who's coming up to hold the Bible? Yeah, just a... Officer Turbot joined the police department in January of 2009. He attended New York University and is currently assigned to the Patrol Division. He is also the son of Captain William Turbot, Jr.
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, that I will bear true faith and allegiance and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of Sergeant in the Linden Police Department, according to the best of my abilities, so help me God.
Investigator Daniel Tristeo. Investigator Tristeo joined the police department in January of 2006. He attended Union County College and Rutgers University. He also serves as a training officer. In 2011, he was assigned to the department's traffic bureau, where he serves as a traffic investigator.
I solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and to the governments established in the United States and in this state, under the authority of the people, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of Sergeant in the Linden Police Department, according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Officer Thomas Struzak. Officer Struzak joined the police department in January of 2005. He was assigned to the Patrol Division up until 2013, when he was transferred to the Record Bureau, where he currently serves as a member of the Property and Evidence Unit.
I, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established the authority of the people, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of Sergeant in the Linden Police Department, according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Of course, when we're finished, our photographer will be here. He'll hang around as long as necessary. We'll take whatever photos you like with family and friends. Officer Robert Sanchez. Officer Sanchez joined the police department in April of 2009 as a transfer officer from the Fanwood, New Jersey Police Department. He graduated from Glassboro State College, now known as Rowan University, with a Bachelor of Science degree. He also serves as a member of the department's Honor Guard unit. Officer Sanchez speaks fluent Polish and is currently assigned to the Patrol Division.
I,
Robert Sanchez,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of
perform all the duties of
the office of Sergeant in the Linden Police Department,
the office of Sergeant in the Linden Police Department,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Detective Travis Kozel. Detective Kozel joined the police department in January of 2002. He graduated from American Military University with a bachelor's degree in Homeland Security. He served as a member of the Union County Prosecutor's Office Homicide Task Force. He also served as a training officer and as a firearms instructor. He is currently assigned to the Detective Bureau.
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of Sergeant in the Linden Police Department, according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Officer Ivan Ordonez. Officer Ordonez joined the police department in July of 2005. He is fluent in the languages of English, German, Russian, Spanish, and I understand he even speaks a little French. He is currently assigned to the Patrol Division.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and to the governments established in the United States and in this state, under the authority of the people, that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of Sergeant of the Linden Police Department, according to the best of my ability. So help me God.
Officer Vincenzo Wegrinick. Officer Wegrinick joined the police department in January of 2008. He is a member of the department's Seaploo team and the Honor Guard unit, and currently serves as a training officer in the Patrol Division.
I, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
That I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
That I will faithfully,
And that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of
perform all the duties of
the office of Sergeant in the
Officer Rick Bachman. Officer Bachman joined the police department in July of 2006. He is a member of the department's sea crew team and is also a firearms instructor. He is currently assigned to the patrol division.
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, to the governments established in the United States and in this state, under the authority of the people, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of Office of Sergeant in the Linden Police Department, according to the best of my ability. So help me God.
At this time, I would like to ask Lieutenant Abdul Williams, Sergeant Brian Fetch, Sergeant Aaron Fernandez to please come forward. At this time, I would like to recognize 3 superior officers who will be receiving detective status. Lieutenant Abdul Williams, Sergeant Brian Fetch, Sergeant Aaron Fernandez. They will all be moving on to new assignments in the investigative division. Lieutenant Williams and Sergeant Fetch will be reassigned as supervisors in the Narcotics Bureau, and Sergeant Fernandez will be reassigned to the Detective Bureau. All 3 officers were selected because of their leadership abilities and because of the superior work that they have provided while working as supervisors in the Patrol Division. At this time, I'd like to ask Mayor Gerbunka to join me in congratulating these officers. Gail Hornick, please come forward. I'm sure that many of you know Gail. She's a very active employee, and she works in every neighborhood in the city of Linden. She's not only our senior parking enforcement officer, but she's also the top producer many times, many years in the state of New Jersey. She's a very valuable and dedicated employee for the city of Linden. And because of this, she's recently been appointed as Linden's first parking enforcement supervisor by the Linden City Council. Before I turn the microphone back to Captain Zornicki, there's just a few acknowledgments that I would like to make. I'd like to thank Captain Parham. Captain Parham coordinated the 3-day training program for the recruits that I spoke of earlier. He coordinated the entire training program and acted as the lead instructor. Well, thank you, Captain. I would also like to thank Gary Luciano and the staff at the Public Property Division. They made this facility available to us and spent many hours going over the logistics with us to make this a nice day for you. So thank you, Gary, and the Public Property. I would also like to thank Linden's Honor Guard unit. When the Honor Guard performs a ceremony, it's not just the time of the ceremony, but believe it or not, they spend a couple of days preparing for something like this and working out the details. This is all on their own time, and they do it for the love of the department. So I'd like to thank the entire Honor Guard unit. And last but not least, I would like to thank Joe Stigliano and members of the Emergency Management Office. These volunteers are frequently at every city event. You don't usually see them or notice them, but they always work in the background. They're very dedicated employees. They're volunteers for the most part. They put in countless hours for the city of Linden. And once again, I would like to thank all the members of the Office of Emergency Management. And lastly, again, I would like to thank everybody here for coming out today. You were the reason we do this. We do it for the 9 new sergeants. Hopefully this is a day that they'll remember for the rest of their lives. So thank you for being a part of it.
Thank you, Chief, and congratulations to the new sergeant candidates. First, I want to thank Father Kroll for that cool summer breeze that came through. I also want to acknowledge our command staff, which I failed to do earlier. These are the men that control the police department and assist the chief in his everyday duties. When I call your name, please stand. Captain William Turbot, Jr., Captain Jonathan Parham, and Captain Jeffrey Vetrano. Thank you, gentlemen. Last, I'd like to acknowledge people here in the audience. We have Councilman Bob Sadowski in the back there. Thank you, Councilman, for coming and supporting us. We also have a lot of present officers who I see, present sergeants, future sergeants. Good luck to you, and thank you for coming. I see a lot of retired officers here. Thank you for your service and your careers and your continued interest in supporting our police department. That's pretty much I have. We have the refreshments. They're here? Okay. We're going to have some refreshments provided by the Linden Police Superior Office Association. Hopefully the food didn't spoil. Okay. And thank you for coming, and I hope you enjoyed this new ceremony. Thank you.